Hi guys, and welcome back to Amakadel online classes. My name is Nita, your physical and online instructor. Okay, how have you guys been? Anyway, I got a request. Someone said I think the hip allocation method is what they liked, and they actually asked if I could make a gown using the hip allocation method, and I had said okay, I was going to do that. But if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to be using the bust allocation method and the hip allocation method together. Okay, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, and if you have, thank you. So it's going to be a pretty long video, but I may have to cut it into 3 sections, right, so that you see the measurement to get the hip allocation and then the drafting. If it's not too long, they'll all come in one video, but if it's actually too long, then I'm going to have to split the videos. Okay, so I got a mannequin. All right, so we'll call it Annie anyway. So my Annie is here, and I'm going to be using her measurement for everything. All right, so now I'm just trying to let you get the full view of the mannequin. All right, so whenever I'm doing anything, I'll literally move it close for you to see. So when we say the hip allocation method and the bust allocation method, so we're dealing with the bust area and the hip area. Most of the other measurements can stay the same, except the person has a big tummy like I do. Maybe. And even if the person does have a big tummy, but the measurement is the same, once I show you how to take the measurement, then you can apply the same thing. Now, if you notice that our bodies is not the same, okay? So if you look at in front, right, you have a bust front. Your breast rather, is in the front, and there is nothing at the back. But for the hip, you have the bump at the back, and the front is, flat. No body measurement. You shouldn't, still at this age, take a measurement and divide it by 4. It's okay. Like I keep saying, all our methods are fine, as long as you arrive at the same thing or whatever you want to achieve. That's what matters. It's not about what I'm teaching is wrong, what you're teaching is right. It's methods, and as soon as you get what you decide or you desire to achieve, then it's perfectly fine. All right, so now you're going to be dividing your bodies by 2. You know that anywhere around here, your bust area, your waist area, and your hip area is automatically divided. People say it's divided by 4, but it's actually divided by 2. You have your front, right, and you have your back. Why we say it's by 4 is that the front is divided into another 2, and the back is divided into another 2. So that means the whole of it is by 4. But when you're using the allocation method, be it the bust allocation method or the hip allocation method, you're going to be taking your measurements front differently and back differently, which is what you're going to do. But we're only going to focus right now on your bust and your hip, because that is what we want to use. So now, if you look at this, and even us as human beings, there's a side, right? There's this line here. We also have it like here, where our side is like a cut of our body. So if I choose to take my bust measurement, I'm going to be taking it from here to here, not round, because my front from this, you can wear a tight-fitted dress just like I'm wearing. So if you look at this, you see this line, right? So if you're taking a measurement, you're going to start from that line to the other line. That's what I mean. So it's the same thing with the mannequin. So when you're taking those measurements, that is what you're going to have. Like I said, the dress we are making, the simple basic dress, but with bust and hip allocation, we are going to be working with Annie. All right, so this is Annie, and I'm going to, this is her side. So if I'm taking her bust, I'll place my tape at that line on the side, take it around the fullest part of her body, and take it to the other line on this side. So here we have 19¼ inches. All right, that is for the front bust. Now you write that down. So Annie has a bust front of 19½ and has a bust back of 16¾ okay. If we add the 2 of them together, it is still going to give you whatever the round measurement of the whole circumference is going to be. So we have 19.25 plus about 16.75. So thereabouts. So when you have done all that, if you take the round measurement this way, you're going to have exactly the same thing. So what I have here is 36 and a half. So that's it, right? But we are actually allocating it. So we are allocating a number to the front, we are allocating a number to the back of the bust. So we now have, so you take your measurement just the same way I've shown you, all right? So I need to shift this backwards for you to see for the hip. So what I've done is the same thing you're doing for the hip, right? So for the hip back, you also place your tape from one end where the side line to the other side line. This Annie has a big bum bum, you know, so we have about 22 for the hip back, and for the hip front, okay, place it the same from the side to the other side, and we have 20, so like 20 plus 1. Now if you calculate all of it, so you write that down. Now if you take the measurement round, it's giving me exactly what I have, 43 and a half. So instead of you saying 43 and a half divided by 4, right, all what you do is take divided by 2 front, divided by 2 back, right? So the waist is always okay. When the person has a flat waist, you can leave it as it is. I don't bother with that. But if you want to, right, you can go ahead and take your waist front, that's about 13 in this case, and also take your waist back, all right, which is 12. So you can go on and on doing all of that. You can also take your underbust if you want when you're doing, I mean, that's like advanced. I do that, but we'll get into that, okay? But for today, we're just making a basic dress using Annie's measurement, and that is the way you're going to take your measurement. So I needed to show you that, and then I'll go right into the drafting. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so. Show me some love, all right? And let's get right into the drafting.